exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to the series finale episode of this Throwback Thursday with Madden 13 and the Green Bay Packers. That is right. No matter what happens in this video, we will wrap it up and end the series so that next Thursday we can start a new Throwback Thursday series. And it just so happens that next Thursday is, I think, a day after the release, the early release of Madden 23. So you're going to be getting Madden 23 content next week, and you're going to be getting new Throwback Thursday content next week. So it's going to be a jam-packed next week of videos. So I hope you guys are excited for that. But this series does have to come to an end, and hopefully it ends with us holding up a Super Bowl championship. I'm hoping that we hold up a Lombardi, but I don't know if we can or not. Like, this team has gotten to the NFC Championship. That's as close as we gotten last year. And I don't think this team is as good as the team that we had last year. So I guess we'll find out. I think Aaron Rodgers did win the MVP this year, so that's pretty cool. We'll go through all of that stuff after we figure out if we're where we get eliminated. If we get eliminated in the wild card, or if we get eliminated any game after that, or if we win the Super Bowl, it doesn't matter. But we will figure out. We'll take a look at the awards. We'll take a look at like career stuff, and we'll take a look. We'll wrap up the series. We'll do all that stuff. So I hope you guys are excited. Series finale of the Madden 13 series is about to begin. I hope you guys do go and enjoy. If you do, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's get right into it. So as I mentioned, we are going to do all that wrap-up stuff, and we'll take a look at the stats, and we'll take a look at the season stats for this past season. We'll take a look at the career stats, the awards, all that stuff after we figure out what is happening with the team. Like, where are we going to get eliminated in the wild card? Are we going to get eliminated divisional, NFC champ? Like, whatever that happens, we're going to do all that first. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump into the wild card game against the Carolina Panthers. They're 10-6. We're 9-7, but we won our division, so we host the playoff game. And let's see if Aaron Rodgers, being the MVP, can carry us to a Super Bowl. Hopefully, we can at least win this game.
The playoffs have officially begun, and that means losing is no longer an option in this NFC wildcard matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers here at Lambeau Field. Hello, friends, and welcome to Wild Card Weekend around the National Football League. We've got a pair of divisional winners and a pair of wild card teams, and it's postseason time, the most exciting time of the year, Phil.
It really is, Jim. It is exciting, and, you know, dreams can come true. That's what you think as a player. Training camp all season long, the injuries, the losses, the fighting, but finally we have a chance to get in the playoffs here and make it happen. And we have seen in years past, no matter where you are, wild card, where you're rated, you still have a chance to win and go to the Super Bowl.
Well, they've already met once, so now you've got a little revenge scenario. And I know you love revenge.
What are you trying to tell me?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you do not. And I'll tell you,
unfortunately, I know.
It is, but revenge in sports is so big, it's so good, and we talked to the teams this week, and the one team that lost, they're excited. They want to get even.
All right, we're here at Wild Card Weekend, Packers, Panthers in Lambeau. I'm going to let the CPU, I'm not going to jump in immediately. I'm going to let the CPU handle things for a few minutes, and we'll see what we can do here. And we're already up 14-0 on the Carolina Panthers. I don't want to stick too long in any one game. 14-3 now as we enter the second quarter, 17-3 after a field goal. It looks like another field goal makes it 20-3. So our offense isn't doing amazing, but it's doing okay. 20-6 as we exit halftime. We score a touchdown. It's 27-6. All right, I think I'll jump in the fourth quarter just to get some action, and then we'll hopefully get out of here with a big-time W. It looks like we are going to absolutely cruise to a victory here. Let's see. Next possession for the Packers is going to be this one. It's 3rd and 4. Let's see if we can jump in and get a first down for these guys. We're going to cruise to a first-round victory, which is awesome. Is my man open here? He's not. He was not open there. I couldn't be certain if he was open or not. You know what? Let's go for it. Screw it. We're going for this. Even if they do score a touchdown off of this possession, they're not going to win the game, so it's not a big deal. And they won't even score a touchdown off of this possession because we've got the possession still. It's still our ball game. Cam Newton has 1 interception at 155 yards. He is struggling today. Struggling to move the ball against our elite defense, I guess. I didn't think we had an elite defense. The MVP of the league, Aaron Rodgers, throws it back of the end zone. That was probably a poor decision. At least he dropped it. At least he dropped it. That would have been pretty bad if he would have caught it. We're just going to keep going deep pass because deep pass always... Oh, it's Cheeseborough. It's got to go to... This has got to go Cheeseborough. Absolutely. I got to get it away quickly. Why would they pass rush like that? He just came off the edge so quick. That was wild. Nobody even blocked. Is that going to happen again? Okay, I have a little bit more time. Get that to Cheeseborough. Terrence! He can't get it. Okay, we're going to just take the points. Just take the field goal. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. We got down here in this situation, so I don't have to ruin it for the team. I'd like to actually continue my playoff run. So we're going to just jump out of this game. We're going to get a 30-6 victory over the Carolina Panthers in the wild card. That's huge because now we move to the divisional. We will take a look at the stats really quick, as we always do. Player stats. Aaron Rodgers, 28 of 50, 357 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Not the greatest day, but it's good enough to get the win. Algernon Nelson, 17 carries, 44 yards, and a touchdown for him. Receiving, Randall Cobb had 9 catches, 86 yards. Cheeseborough had one of the 2 touchdowns. So did Algernon Nelson, so that's something to note. Very interesting there. Defensively, J.C. Singleton, our second-year man, or third-year man actually, got 7 tackles there to lead the team. We sacked Cam Newton 1 time with B.J. Raji. Did we pick him off at all? We got 1 interception with Tramon Williams, so we didn't really turn the Panthers over in terms of getting interceptions or fumbles or anything like that, but I guess we just made them punt the ball a lot. And we get the W, and we move on to the divisional. I'll see you guys in that game.
One team will move on, one team will not. We're getting set for a divisional round matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints here at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms. This divisional round matchup just moments away. Kickoff approaching. Are these teams ready to go?
They're ready to go, and I'll tell you, more importantly, the coaches are ready to go. We have two daring guys on the sideline who will take chances. Can't wait to watch it.
These two divisional rivals about to meet for the second time, and I don't know what's going to prevent it from being the same outcome as the first.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. When you have games or teams that are playing each other for the second time, you learn a lot from the first. And here's what stops the first team from winning again. The fact that the one that lost, they have that edge. They're mad about the fact that they lost, and we'll see if that's enough where they can overcome.
We're here in the divisional round, and it's against the Saints. I'm pretty sure they're the team that we lost to in the NFC Championship, right? Because I'm pretty sure we beat the Vikings in the divisional last year, and then played the Saints in the championship and lost to them. So we've got to try and get some revenge on these Saints, and we're already up 7-0 on the Saints and the first quarter. That's a good sign. We're up 10-0. That's an even better sign. But they put a field goal on the board, so it's 10-3. We missed a field goal, it looks like, and it's just going back and forth. They score a touchdown to tie the game. That's not what you want to see, but we score a touchdown with Aaron Rodgers to Randall Cobb, and we get a 17-10 lead. We get another touchdown. That's huge. I think I'll jump into the fourth quarter when we get the ball back. But we turn it over and they score another touchdown, so it's tied up. That is not what I want to see. And we get a touchdown from Aaron Rodgers to Jordy Nelson, 55 yards. It's 31-24. Next time we have the ball, I will jump in here. And the Saints get a touchdown to tie the game up. It is 31-31. In the divisional, late fourth quarter. It's getting late real early here. Got to throw that quickly. That's Greg Jennings. 4 verticals, man. You got to love it. You got to love 4 verticals. Drew Brees has 4 touchdowns, 335 yards. Rodgers has over 400 yards today. We're going off. I couldn't get the ball off in the 2-minute warning. I tried. I really did try. All right, we're not going screen. We are going verticals because verticals always works. You know how these, you know the vibes for this. Although I'm going to take off and run with Aaron Rodgers here. Go Rodgers, get out of bounds. Don't take any unnecessary hits. If they're going to leave me open like that, I'll take that. Okay, we're going to go with this kind of deep pass. What do we go with here? Who's going to be open? That's the big question. I'm going to have to roll out. We got a guy open. It's Jermichael Finley. I was going to say Jermichael Finley thinking it was wrong, but it is actually Jermichael Finley. That's his name. And now we go 4 verticals in the end zone. Please be open, somebody. Got to get that away. It's Algernon Nelson drops it. He had it in his hands, and it's off of his hands. That's a young player mistake right there. That is a young player mistake. I don't think this late into the game we can afford a field goal, but maybe a field goal is the best option for us. Although we got corner of the end zone, Randall Cobb. 3rd and inches from the 1. He didn't get his feet in. They don't count that as a touchdown? I don't know about that. I'd say that's a touchdown. But we will put it in the hands of our drafted player, Algernon Nelson, becoming a fan favorite. And he gets in the end zone with a minute and change left in this game. Algernon Nelson puts it in the end zone, hopefully to guarantee us moving on to the NFC Championship for second straight year. That's what I want. Okay, perfect. Penalty, 2-yard rush by Rodgers, 1-yard rush. I don't know why they're running the ball. 4th and 11. They completed to Jimmy Graham, but there's 1 second on the clock. There is 1 second on the clock. Is it a running clock? If I jump in here, will it be over? No, they have 1 second. 1 second to win the game. They have to score a touchdown on this play. And they're going to run the football? What are they doing? They ran the football on the final play of the game. Down by a touchdown, and we are moving on to the NFC Championship, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening. Let's go. Maybe this is the year. This has got to be the year. That was a tough game, too. We were fighting hard with the Saints. Drew Brees, 364 yards and 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's an amazing day. 32 of 45 for Rodgers, 464, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. It was a battle of 2 amazing Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Nelson had 12 carries for 32 yards and 2 touchdowns. We saw the most important one that gave us the win. Jordy Nelson, 13 catches, 192 yards and a touchdown. Randall Cobb had 7 for 113 and a touchdown. Greg Jennings had 6 for 104 and a touchdown. Man, we were spreading the wealth. 13 tackles for Clay Matthews. 3 sacks for Clay Matthews. We didn't pick off Aaron Rodgers at all. That is impressive, if I say the least. So, we are getting back to the NFC Championship for the second year in a row. This time, we got to get through. We got to get to the Super Bowl at least one time in this series. Let's see if we can do it.
The 12th man will definitely be ready here in Seattle for this NFC North versus NFC West matchup between the Packers and the Seahawks. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms, and welcome to the NFC Championship game. A whole lot at stake here. The winner moves on to the Super Bowl. And Phil, your thoughts before kickoff?
Oh, boy, the thoughts are pretty exciting to be in a situation like this, Jimmy, for us. But think about those players. And I think about today's game. I think about the coaches, the pressure on them to make the right decisions during the game, to manage it properly, to make sure their players get the greatest chance to win the game. And how about some of the old guys in this game playing all these years, thinking about the Super Bowl, and here's their chance. Make it happen today, and you'll be playing in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks.
The conference championship game. That means 60 minutes away from the Super Bowl. And I can only imagine what these players are feeling right now.
The players, they know they're 60 minutes away, Jim, from the Super Bowl, so don't let that...
Here we are in the NFC Championship for the second straight year, this time against the Seattle Seahawks. And we are going to hopefully play Matt Stafford and beat Matt Stafford because he is now the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. And we are up 7-0 late first quarter. That's a good sign. That is a real good sign here. We're up 14-0. Every single game so far in this playoff run, we've started out really, really well. We're up 21-0. The Seattle defense is not what it used to be. I like to see it. 27-0, 28-0. In the halftime, we're up 28-0 over the Seattle Seahawks. 31-0. What is going on here? This Seattle Seahawks defense is Swiss cheese. And Aaron Rodgers is just doing whatever he wants. Matt Stafford isn't doing anything. 34-0 as we jump into the fourth quarter. They finally score a touchdown. But we get another touchdown because Tramon Williams returns a kick for 96 yards. That's why we scored a touchdown so quickly. Okay, we're jumping in here. It's 41-7. We are actually going to play in the Super Bowl for the first time in this series, for the first time in any Throwback Thursday series, because in Madden 17, we didn't even make the Super Bowl in that. So this is the first time Randall Cobb went up hard. Wow, that was crazy. This is going to be the first time we've ever played in a Super Bowl in Throwback Thursday. It's about time. And this team, I don't even know what's so good about this team. Like, it's a good team, obviously, but they're not as good as we've been in the past. Like, we've had better teams, I feel like. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the fact that Aaron Rodgers is finally hitting his stride. He's the MVP of the league. I don't know what it is. And we signed AJ Green, by the way. He's not been out here this entire playoff run. I haven't seen him. I don't know where he's at in the rotation, but he's just not here. 403 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions for Aaron Rodgers. That's crazy. We are schooling the young Matt Stafford here, teaching him how to play football, how to play playoff football. And this isn't the Aaron Rodgers of recent memory. This is the Aaron Rodgers that wins NFC championships. What a throw. What a catch. And we are moving on to the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. We are moving on to the Super Bowl for the first time in this series. This isn't Aaron Rodgers choking in the NFC championship like recent memory. This is the Rodgers that wins Super Bowls. Let's get to it. There's the last play of the game. 47-7 in Seattle's home field. We walk into what is now called Lumen Field, but I think it was CenturyLink Field for a long time. But it's called Lumen Field now. We walk in and we absolutely spanked them. We bent them over and we clapped their cheeks. That's what we did. It was non-consensual because they didn't have any say in what we were going to do. Stafford just did not play well. There's no touchdowns, 1 interception. But Rodgers, the MVP of the league, 30 for 44, 446 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. A Hall of Fame performance. 13 carries, 29 yards for Algernon Nelson. 12 catches, 189 yards for Jordy Nelson with 2 touchdowns. Greg Jennings followed that up with 8 catches, 132 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Algernon Nelson also had a receiving touchdown as well. Defensively, Mike Odell had 4 tackles. He was leading the way. Terrell Hill got a sack. I don't think we picked him off once with Mike Odell. And then we'll go and look at this kick return touchdown because it was 1 kick return, 96 yards, and a touchdown for Tramon Williams. What a fantastic NFC championship. And we are playing in the Super Bowl. It's about time. Let's go get a Lombardi trophy to end this series.
Welcome to the Super Bowl, where we are just moments away from a matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts here at Cowboys Stadium. Phil, you get to the Super Bowl, you have that extra week off, and then you have all the scrutiny. All the insane amount of publicity is got to be draining before the big game.
No, Jim, you know better than that. You and I laugh about it all the time. These players love it. You can't talk about them enough. What do you think about me? Tell me more. We love it. So they can't wait to get a chance to go out there and play today and see who's the best.
And now, the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts.
Hello, friends. Jim Nance, Phil Simms, getting set for the Super Bowl, the biggest event in American sport.
Boy, it really is. It's truly a holiday. Everybody gets together, Jim. They all watch it on TV and everything. And, of course, for the players, it is an unbelievable time. All your dreams have come true. You have a chance to play in the Super Bowl. Can you handle the pressure? These players nowadays, they can handle the pressure. It's going to be exciting.
We are finally here, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the Super Bowl. Packers and Colts, Rodgers versus Luck. It is about to go down. We are going to simulate the first part of this game. And once again, we start out with points. Now, it's only 3 points, but we do start out with points. We get a touchdown there after a turnover from Andrew Luck. We get another one. We start this game 17-0 in the first quarter. Okay, I'm here for it. 24-0 in the first half now. Man, Aaron Rodgers is on some sort of warpath to win a Super Bowl for us to end this series. Andrew Luck does score a touchdown. Actually, it was Pierre Thomas who scored a touchdown. And now we enter the second half. It's 24-7. I don't think this game is going to be as much of a blowout as it was in Seattle, but it looks like maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Andrew Luck might not be ready for the big stage here. Obviously, Rodgers at this point has already gotten one Super Bowl in real life. And now we are in the fourth quarter, and we are up 38-7. I think it's finally going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's finally... We got to jump in and get some Super Bowl action in here. 38-7. We are actually going to win a Super Bowl. I can't believe that it's actually going to be possible to win a Super Bowl in a Throwback Thursday series. I didn't think it was ever going to happen. I've had some really good teams in these Throwback Thursday series, and it's not happened yet. But it will, because we are up. One interception, 153 yards for Andrew Luck. He just wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for the big stage. He might win one eventually. I don't know if he's won one before in this series. He might. He might have gotten one. I got to throw that quickly. That's going to be Jermichael Finley again. I thought he was going to break that tackle there. 6 catches, 90 yards for Jermichael Finley on the day. We're going to keep on keeping on. We've got Cheeseborough. We got Finley running. This is going to be a Cheeseborough throw, no doubt about it. That could have been an interception. I got to be careful. I got to be real careful. They want to go pass power pro. Let's do a run play with Algernon Nelson here on second down. Give me some Algernon. Give me some Algernon. Yes, Algernon. You're a god. You are an absolute, utter embodiment of a god. Now we'll go spacing. We'll go with a play-action pass. Somebody's going to get open here. It could be Jordy Nelson on the comeback. I'm not going to have time. They brought the blitz, and Pat Angerer. It's not going to matter if we kick the field goal or not because we're going to win this game. So let's just go for a touchdown here. Final play before the 2-minute warning. It's going to be caught by Jermichael Finley, and that will end this game. Antoine Bethea could not handle it. And that is going to be a beautiful throw, and we are going to jump out of this game. Up 44-7, 45-7 now. Let's just get it to the end. 45 seconds, 34 seconds. Exit the game. The Green Bay Packers are Super Bowl champions. We did it. We did it for the first time in the series and for the first time in Throwback Thursday. We are Super Bowl champions. Oh, man, I didn't think we'd ever get here. Last year I thought was going to be the year, but we fell in the NFC Championship. But we get past the Saints, and we get past the Seahawks, and we are champions. Man, it feels good. It feels good to be on top, I will tell you that much. Wow. Good job, boys. As Andrew Luck just takes the long walk of shame back to the locker room. All those Colts players watching the celebration, watching the confetti fall. Let's go. Is that Jerry Rice? It is Jerry Rice. He's presenting the Lombardi Trophy. I forgot that they had a legend present it to you. Oh, baby, I will take that every day of the week. Super Bowl is here. Algernon Nelson is the Super Bowl MVP. Let's go. Algernon Nelson, baby. I'll take that. That's our draft pick right there. That's our channel legend. Give it to Rodgers. Let him hold it up. Roger Goodell's right there. Coach Juice is right there. We're holding a Lombardi. And that's what a way to end the series. What a way to end this Throwback Thursday series with the Packers. To hold up a Lombardi at the end of it. It's a movie. You couldn't script it any better. The way this season started, the way that the season was going, and then we had a resurgence. We barely snuck into the playoffs. And we go on and we become, I think, maybe the second team with a 9-win season to win a Super Bowl. I think the Giants did it when they won their first one against the Patriots in 2007 against the undefeated Patriots. I think that is the only other team to be 9-7 to win a Super Bowl. I can't remember. Don't fact check me. We got to take a look at these stats. Andrew Luck just wasn't ready for the big stage. He threw an interception. But Aaron Rodgers was ready for the big stage. 26 for 32, 391 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interception. He didn't throw an interception this entire playoff run, if I'm not mistaken. Did he throw one in the Panthers game in the Wild? I don't think he did. So no interceptions this entire playoff run for Aaron Rodgers. And there's your Super Bowl MVP, Algernon Nelson, 13 carries, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. Absolutely amazing from the Super Bowl MVP. Receiving, Jermichael Finley, 7 for 107, a touchdown. Nelson also had 4 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown in receiving. So no wonder he was a Super Bowl MVP. He had scored 3 touchdowns and over, 200 total yards of from scrimmage? That's crazy. Randall Cobb also had a really good day. Unbelievable from Algernon Nelson. 8 tackles for Sam Shields. Did we sack him at all, Andrew Luck? We got 2 sacks. Carlos Dunlap, Terrell Hill. Who was the man to pick it off? It was Tramon Williams. Who else was going to pick off Aaron Rodgers? Tramon Williams played amazing, and we win the Super Bowl. Oh, I can't believe it. I feel so happy. It's like that monkey getting off my back, because the whole stigma around this Throwback Thursday series was I can't win the big game. And I finally did it. I finally won the Super Bowl in a Throwback Thursday series. Let's go wrap up the series by taking a look down memory lane and seeing some career stats. Let's look at the actual stats for the season and the awards and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys back at the home screen. Isn't it a wonderful sight to read the story? Green Bay Packers can now celebrate a 45-7 Super Bowl victory over the Colts. Wonderful thing. And Algernon Nelson is your Super Bowl MVP. Congratulations to the Green Bay Packers. We get 59,000 XP in total after winning the Super Bowl. And we are winning the Super Bowl. We got an extension and a level increase for 20,000 XP. I'll accept that. Just, it's not going to matter too much because this is the last time I'll ever play this game, probably. And it's not going to matter. So, I mean, we do get that, though. It's a nice little gesture, I guess. Let's take a look at the season stats. I don't know if we did this at the end of last video. I don't think we did. But Aaron Rodgers, no wonder he won MVP. 5,000 yards, 37 touchdowns to 15 interceptions. Crazy. 395 completions to 624 attempts. Absolutely insane season from Aaron Rodgers. Algernon Nelson didn't break 1,000 yards, but 272 carries, 961, 10 touchdowns. Receiving, 2 1,000-yard receivers, 95 catches, 1167 for Jordy Nelson with 4 touchdowns. Greg Jennings seemed to be the touchdown guy, though. 89 catches, 1653, and 12 touchdowns. Randall Cobb also threw up 948 yards and 8 touchdowns. Algernon Nelson had 6 touchdowns. Jermichael Finley had 397 and 1 touchdown. And A.J. Green only got 3 catches for 30 yards. We signed A.J. Green thinking he was going to be like this next big thing, but he didn't even play, really. I don't know why he didn't play, but he didn't play at all. Maybe that's my fault for not putting him higher in the depth chart. I don't even know what was the problem. A.J. Hawk and Clay Matthews both had 85 or 80-plus tackles 8 tackles for loss for Clay Matthews was the most. The sack leaders, 7 for Matthews, 7 for B.J. Raji, 5 for Nick Perry. Okay. That's pretty good. Interception leaders, we had 3 from Jalen Washington, one of our draft picks. 2 from Mike Ottle, one of our draft picks. 2 from J.C. Singleton, one of our draft picks. I'm just the greatest drafter of all time. I draft so many quality players. You may think that they're bad when I draft them initially, but look what they turned into. Look what they turned into. Fumbles. How many forced fumbles did we get? We forced a ton of forced fumbles. Wow. We forced a lot of fumbles. Jalen Washington and Dunlap both had 2. That's crazy. Fumble recoveries. Did we get as many fumble recoveries? Probably not. Dunlap recovered 2 of the fumbles, but not as many recoveries. Did we get any block kicks? We had 2. Carlos Dunlap had 2 block kicks. Safeties. No safeties this season. And defensive touchdowns. Morgan Burnett probably returned an interception for a touchdown, I would guess. Yeah, one of his 2 interceptions is probably for a touchdown. And then kicking-wise, Mason Crosby, 31 of 39. 3 field goals blocked. 48 of 51. 55 was his longest. Kick returning, Randall Cobb and Tremont Nelson split the kick returns. Punt returning, 4 punt return touchdowns for Randall Cobb, 1 for Jordy Nelson. That's pretty crazy. So those are your season stats. Let's take a look at career stats. Now this is going to factor in their careers leading up to this, so we only really care about like the guys that we drafted. So Aaron Rodgers, he ends up with 41,000 yards, but most of that was his actual NFL career, and then we just added on whatever we did. But he ends up throwing 327 touchdowns, 107 interceptions. Rushing, this is what matters. Algernon Nelson, 524 carries in his career, 2,094 yards in his entire career, 26 touchdowns. Rodgers ends up getting over 1,000 rushing yards and 17 touchdowns. Mark McFadden had 103 carries for 238 yards. Receiving-wise, Greg Jennings cracks 13,000 yards in his career, 91 touchdowns. Jordy Nelson had 8,000 yards, 54 touchdowns. Jermichael Finley, 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. AJ Green, 4,000 yards. Randall Cobb, 3,000 yards. Algernon Nelson almost had 1,000 receiving yards in his career. That's amazing. Terrence Cheeseborough didn't quite get 1,000 receiving yards in his career, but he did have 5 touchdowns. And Takai Williams got 1 catch for 1 yard. So I will take that. Good for him. Defensively, AJ Hawk, 1,129 tackles. That's insane. Clay Matthews was 633. Oh man, that's actually wild that he got over 1,000 tackles in his career to this point. Sack leader, 66 for Clay Matthews, 58 for Dunlap. B.J. Raji had 40. Our draft pick, Terrell Hill, had 77 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 11 sacks. Amazing. And then 130 tackles for another draft pick, J.C. Singleton, 6 TFLs, 5 sacks, 2 interceptions. Artizone had 26 tackles, 2 for loss, and 2 sacks in his career. I will take that. The interception leader for this series is Tremont Williams with 34. 17 for Kenny Phillips, a new addition this season. AJ Hawk had 14. Burnett had 12. Shields had 11. Matthews 10. Jalen Washington, so here's the start of our draft picks. He had 9. Ottle had 5. Singleton had 2. Dale Davis had 1 in his career. I'll take it. That's some pretty big stuff. I'd say I was pretty successful in my drafting this series. AJ Hawk had 4 total touchdowns in his career. Tremont Williams 2. Matthews, I'd say I was pretty successful. Pretty darn successful as Mason Crosby. Those are his numbers for his entire career up to this point. Kick returning, 6 kick return touchdowns for Randall Cobb, over almost 5,000 returning yards. Tremont Williams also had 1. Punt returning, 9 punt return touchdowns in his career. Almost 2,500 yards in punt return yardage. Nelson and Williams also had 1 as well. And that's your career stats for the Green Bay Packers in this series. We could take a look at coach stats if we need to. So, Mr. Juice, in his 4-year of the 4 years of this series or 5 years of this series, I can't remember exactly what it is. We went 53-37 in our career. We didn't tie it all. That's a winning percentage of 59%, 58 or .589, which is round up to 59%. So I mean, it's not an amazing win percentage, but it's a really good win percentage. We got 4 total winning seasons, which I think is how many seasons we did. Because I don't think we ever had a losing season. Did we have a losing season? I can't remember exactly. We had 3 playoff losses, 7 playoff wins for a win percentage of 70 in the playoffs, and we have 1 Super Bowl win, no Super Bowl losses. Look at that. The boy is a Hall of Fame coach, I'd say. I'd say he's a Hall of Fame coach. Maybe he's not. Maybe he is. I'd give him the Hall of Fame. I'd give him the Hall of Fame. Absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at the awards before I forget. There we go. We got to go to this one. So yearly awards. Let's take a look at it. What's the yearly awards? We knew that Aaron Rodgers won the MVP. Coach of the year is John Harbaugh, not me. Okay. NFC awards. Matt Stafford is the Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Justin Tuck. Rookie of the Year is Indonesia Early. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Trayon Mills. Best quarterback is Rodgers. Running back Marshawn Lynch. Wide receiver Greg Jennings. Offensive line Jason Peters. Defensive line Justin Tuck. DB is Charles Woodson, who we traded to the Giants. That's funny. And best kicker is Dan Bailey. And then we go to the AFC side of things. Andy Dalton wins the Offensive Player of the Year on the Raiders. Tim Tebow on the Jets finished in second. It's a wild alternate universe. Defensive Player of the Year, Michael Boley on the Raiders. Raiders had a good year, but they must have lost to the Colts at some point because we didn't play the Raiders in the Super Bowl. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Shaquem Morris. Prince Ward wins the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Best quarterback is Ben Roethlisberger on the Chargers. Best running back is Jamal Charles. Best wide receiver is Darius Hayward-Bay. Offensive line, Logan Mankins. Defensive line, Glenn Dorsey. Bo Sellers is the best DB. Best kicker is Matt Prater. And those are your awards for this past season. Pro Bowl voting. We didn't have any Pro Bowlers because we were in the Super Bowl. A lot of weird things were going on. A lot of player movement in this series. What else do we... I don't think we have to take a look at anything else. Let me check a look at my Hall of Fame progression. Can I take a look at that? Is this what this is? Yeah, okay. So if I go to head coaches, there I am right there behind... Oh, that's... Oh, I thought that was Juice Fisher. I forgot we were Mr. Juice. That's Jeff Fisher. Here we are. 2,285. So we've got 1 Super Bowl, 1 NFC Championship. I guess that's not good enough. Look how weird Jim Harbaugh looks, by the way. I guess that's not good enough to be in the Hall of Fame just yet. But if we go to quarterbacks, Tom Brady, only 3 Super Bowls at this point. Think about that. This game came out in 2012, because this is Madden 13. And at that point, Brady only had the 3 Super Bowls. After this, he would go on to win 4 more. That's crazy. Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, John Elway, Otto Graham. This is back when they put those kind of guys in the game. George Blanda. I forgot about that. There's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers with 1 Super Bowl. Actually, he should have 2 Super Bowls because he should have the 2010 Super Bowl that he won in real life. So I don't know if this... Maybe this has... Oh, this hasn't updated yet, I wouldn't think. Right? Or did it update? It had to have updated because we have a Super Bowl on our resume. I don't know. Rodgers should have 2 Super Bowls, though. There's Tony Romo, Phillip Rivers. So we can take a look and see who won a Super Bowl in this series. Jay Cutler has a Super Bowl in this series because he certainly doesn't have one in real life. Let's see. Kurt Warner. No, that's not. No. Ben Roethlisberger had 2 already. Eli Manning had... No, he's got another one. So Eli Manning won a Super Bowl in this series because he's got 3 now. Drew Brees has won a Super Bowl in this series because he's got 2. And then Manning had 1 already. Brady had 3 already. So Manning also wins a Super Bowl after this game was made too. So let's see. Drew Brees, Eli Manning, us, Jay Cutler. That's 4 Super Bowls. Did anybody else win one down here? There's us. And Alex Smith. Alex Smith must have won the first one, the very first series. So that's 5. So we did do 5s. So we must have had a losing season. I don't remember us having a losing season. Maybe that year that we didn't make the playoffs was a losing season. I don't remember it. But Alex Smith does have a Super Bowl that he never won in real life. So 5 seasons, absolutely crazy. Let's take a look at progression. Can we take a look at progression? We've got a lot of XP to spend. I guess I might as well spend it. I'm not going to use it anywhere else, I don't think. So we might as well spend it. Let's just do the quarterback XP boost package, I guess. We'll do the... is there any, like, XP boosts? Like, free safety XP boost package? Sure. We'll take that. We'll take middle linebacker XP boost. I'll take right outside linebacker XP boost. Anything to get the guys higher overalls is really the best option. The quarterback XP boost we can't afford. Maybe I should have taken that. Maybe, or did I take that? I can't remember exactly. How could I not remember if I took that already? I literally just had it. Let's do the D tackle XP boost, and then we'll go down here to the bottom, and we'll spend this last XP on something. On fullback XP boost, and then on fullback contracts, and that's it. Well, that's how we spend our XP. Whatever, doesn't matter because it's not gonna matter at all. So that is gonna end this series. I hope you guys did enjoy. It looks like Chuck Pagano's retiring. Algernon Nelson's the Super Bowl champion or MVP. First year coach Mr. Juice has a chance to win it all. He does win it all. So we beat Chuck Pagano and then he retired. we forced Chuck Pagano to retire because he lost. So our all-time head coaching rank looks like it is 123, number 123. That's okay. If we kept going in this series, won a couple more Super Bowls, we'd be in the Hall of Fame. I think we had a good enough career. That is going to end this series. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I had a great time going back on this old game and reliving some fun memories and seeing just how different Madden was back then to how it is now. So I hope you guys really did enjoy. I've got a great series coming up for you guys next Thursday to start a brand new Throwback Thursday series. So I hope you guys are ready for that. I hope you guys are excited for it. That is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. Hit that like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Juice Club. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.